Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called Sign of the End Times, Biblical News. And we're going to come to you again with another volume this evening. And in this volume, what I want to deal with, man, is what you see on the screen is McDonald's, okay? As a kid, McDonald's was probably the best thing since sliced bread. But today, we're going to speak about McDonald's being sued by black ex-franchisees, okay? Black ex-franchise owners is what we're going to speak about today. Think about it, man. With all the things that are going on today, now you have, especially when it comes to racism and prejudice, it's now spilling over to the people of color being affected, even in business. We know we deal with it with, politics. We deal with it with police brutality. We deal with it with these schools. Just a lot of different scenarios where people of color have been, subject to being mistreated, subject to being wrongly treated, I should say. And what you got going on with the McDonald's Corporation, you have former McDonald's owners, which are people of color who the world ignorantly call black people. They are suing McDonald's, man. And what they're suing McDonald's for is quite interesting, okay? As we get into this word, man, let's just say this. For decades, McDonald's have faced discrimination. Okay, so this is nothing new. For decades, they have faced discrimination being filed against them. Covert racial discrimination, to be exact. And you had 52 former franchise owners collectively are seeking more than $1 billion, okay, collectively in direct damages from McDonald's, man. And what's happening is allegedly McDonald's has systematically steered, black franchise owners to buy locations in black neighborhoods. Now, one might say, wow, that's a good thing to buy in black neighborhoods. Well, on top of the surface, it may sound good, but you got the so-called white owners, they're not systematically steering them, okay, to buy locations in the black neighborhood. You see? So when we say they have been accused of systematically steering, we're talking about they have come up with a fixed plan, a system. They have, in a methodical way, carried out a plan to where the black owners, strictly the black owners or people of color owners, they are to buy locations in the black neighborhoods. And what that does, it hires your insurance, okay? It hires your security costs. It also, puts you in a position where you're going to make less revenue. But they're not telling all franchise, they're not telling all franchise owners. They're strictly telling the so-called blacks to do this. And it puts them at a disadvantage because, again, being in black neighborhoods due to crime, You're going to have higher insurance than any other place. Your security cost is going to be obviously much higher. And then your revenue takes a hit from that. So, 52 former franchise, all right, owners is seeking more than $1 billion, man. You see, now when it comes to discrimination, it's what's the best way to get it? Prejudice way of treatment, okay, or a practice of unfairly treatment. That's exactly what McDonald's have been accused of. What's the name of the lesson? Sound of the End Times, Biblical News, man. I want to say volume 243, 242, 243. And we're dealing with, McDonald's being sued by former McDonald's owners, man, franchise owners. And in Zephaniah 3, verse 5, it reads, "The just Lord is in the midst of thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning do he bring his judgment, his justice to light, and he faileth not." He never fails, in other words. "But the unjust know it no shame." And the unjust, which is the unrighteous, would be McDonald's, man. Okay? McDonald's has treated these black owners with unjust, man. It's just like police brutality, man. Not only are the police whooping us, now you got E-Slice telling us how to run our business, but you're not doing it. You're not instructing the same instructions for the white owners, only for the blacks. You see that? So they are being targeted, man, specifically to carry out this plan, which is going to doom them in the end. You sending these people of color owners off, man, when we all supposed to be able to come together. Ain't nothing more powerful than that. And Romans 2:11, man, it speaks about the Lord, having no respect of persons, man. So if the Lord can demonstrate no respect of persons, what's your excuse? Unreal, man. And then you got 1 Timothy 5:21. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Let me get that. Yeah, let me get that, y'all. Let me get that. 1 Timothy 5:21. And it reads, "I charge thee before Yahweh and Yahushai and the elect angels, that thou observe these things without prejudice, one before another, doing nothing by partiality." You see that? And that's exactly what McDonald's is being accused of, the absolute opposite. They are showing prejudice and partiality, man. Yeah. So that's how man, we getting close to the end, man, because even in corporate America, man, they losing their mind. I mean, they are losing their mind, bro. Can't make it up, man. So again, like I say, 52 former franchise owners, man, is coming from McDonald's head. You dig? Seeking for more than $1 billion, man. That's a lot of black folks, man, to sue a McDonald's. I mean, this is serious, and this is all the way across the board, the behavior. And nobody questions it, man. It's just unreal. It's unreal. As we get ready to close off this word, man, once again, I grew up as a little kid. All I wanted was McDonald's. I mean, I think all the after-school kids, that was the thing, man, McDonald's. And if you were fortunate to get it, cool. But what am I saying, man? McDonald's is something most of us grew up off of, to find out that they have how can I put this? They have a systematic system that's designed for Jake to fail and for them to prosper, man. And that's exactly what's going on with this McDonald's, man. You know, or the McDonald's owners, I should say. You know, it's a cold-blooded game, man. So think about it. The next time you go to McDonald's, man, you know, find out if it's black-owned. You know, so-called black-owned, or find out if it's, you know, any issues. You know, so I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. Shalom.